There's no music. I'll go to the bathroom. Hello, love. Good evening. It is Khadisha Davenport, your love CEO and founder, here tonight for our live book chat. How is everybody doing tonight? Hey, 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 everybody. Join in, join in. We like to do the countdown to just kind of get everybody on and going so that when it's time to get the questions, going, that we have everybody kind of ready to go, because we do not want to waste anybody's time. So how are you guys doing tonight? We are on our part 2 of this book that we're reading. We are reading The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. Actually, we read the book last month, and we're just chatting about it this month to give people a little more time to let it sink in and get a better understanding of the important life lessons that we learned through Shonda Rhimes that paralleled with our lives in this season in time. So let's get started. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, love. Let's go, ladies. Hey, Miss Doreen. Chime in and let me know who's on. Let me know who's on. Just say hi, hello, comment. We want to make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Hey, love. We want to make sure that you get what you're supposed to get out of each book chat. Let's go, ladies. Let's start with the chapters. We are talking about chapters 5 through 8 today. Again, 5 through 8. Hi, April. Now, I don't get to see every single comment, but if we can keep them going as people are coming in and saying hi, I appreciate it. I will try to acknowledge all the comments throughout our book chat. We are planning to be done at 9:30. Let's go with the first question. Chapter 5 we are on. If you're just joining, welcome. Khadisha Davenport, CEO and founder of Ladies of Victory, also known as Love. Let's go with the first question. Hey, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. Come on in. Have you ever committed to something out of obligation and not wholeheartedly? Thank you, Latoya. Chapter 5. Have you ever committed to something out of obligation and not wholeheartedly? Anybody want to answer that question? Yes, I have in the past. No, I haven't recently. I learned my lesson. What did I learn? If you don't do it with your total heart, don't do it at all. My husband says, go big or don't go at all. And so I feel like there are certain things that you have to learn to say yes to no. If I can't give you all of me, if I can't be totally committed, if I can't do what I'm supposed to do in excellence, let me repeat that. If I can't do what I'm supposed to do in excellence and I can't give you 100% and I can't do it the right way with integrity, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not just wasting my time and I'm not going to waste your time. And if you do something half-heartedly, you might as well not do it. If you have to be prodded to do something, if you have to think about it, if all of that, you might as well not. Yes, Doreen, yes, in the past we all have, but we are in a new year, we are in a new season, and we are moving forward, and we're not going to allow what we used to do in the past to hinder us from our future. Oh, well. Oh, yeah. But there's a reason why you have to be doing what you're doing right now, April. It's all part of the process. And you did ask God, right, for something. And now it may not be what you like, but he's having you to do it for a reason. So you did ask. You did ask, and make sure you're always specific with what you ask God for, because he will give you the desires of your heart. Make sure that you ask specifics. You hear me? Okay. Anybody else? Have you ever done something out of obligation and not wholeheartedly? Let me talk about this in regards to leadership. When you're in leadership in any capacity, you're supposed to lead by example. It's not just a title. It is actions, actions, actions. So you can't aspire to be in leadership. You can't aspire to have a title and you can't walk in that title. That means there's always going to be times where you have to do something you do not want to do. And with that, you ask God or your higher power, because everyone doesn't believe in our God, our Alpha and Omega, and that is okay. Whatever higher power you believe in, you go to them and you ask them, hey, you say, I don't feel like doing this. I don't want to. You don't mumble and complain about something. You say, I don't feel like doing this. And can you please give me strength in you to do it, to bring you glory and honor? Because if I can't bring God glory and honor in what I do, I'm not doing it anymore. If I can't go to him and ask him to help me deal with me, because there's things that we do every day that we don't want to do, but we have to get up and we can't complain and we can't mumble and we can't get an attitude and we can't reject chastisement. We can't reject correction because we're all up in our feelings. Yep, I said it. Get out of you. Learn to do things, because I guarantee 150%. If you ask me to do something for you, I'm not going to do a half job. So you shouldn't do it for me or anybody else that's in your life, that's helping you, that's loving you, that's pushing you. You give them your all. You have given more to people that have done nothing for you. But yet the very people that do what they're supposed to do for you, you give them your minimum. Not no more. Not in 2021. Next question, chapter 6. Let's go, ladies. I am ready and hot like fire tonight. Matching my hair. Let's go. Do you ask for help when needed before or after a crisis? That goes right along into what we just talked about. I want to hear what everybody else has to say, because I have a lot to say about that question. I may just keep my comments to myself. Yes, you do. Amen to you, April. That is 150,000% true. You give not only to your leaders, you give 100% your whole heart to your ministry. not just your leaders. You give us above and beyond all the time. And I do not have a problem with saying and acknowledging it in honor and giving honor where honor is due. We don't even have to ask you to do nothing. You ask us, which everybody in leadership should do the same thing. And there's a lot of times we don't even have to ask. You just do, because you're connected and you love us. You hear that? When you love people, you go above and beyond, and they don't have to ask you to do a thing because you're connected. Oh, yes, baby. We are hot like fire tonight. If you're just joining, we are talking about The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. We are chatting about chapters 5 through 8. We are paralleling the things that Shonda went through with the things in our lives. Because this book helps you. It helped her, but it helps you by getting you in alignment and recognizing some of the flaws, because we all have flaws, recognizing our own flaws so that we can learn to change the cycles that we have. And we have accepted certain cycles in our lives. We have accepted them, and now you have to change them. We have started a group, this Healthy Habits group, with some health coaching, and I tell you, it is not easy, right? It is not easy. Let's get some of these questions answered. Do you ask for help when needed, before or after a crisis? How many people ask for help before a crisis? What we mean by a crisis? Well, I'll tell you what a crisis is. You're behind on your car note and your car is about to be repossessed. And you knew about it last month because your car, before your car can get repossessed, you're told. So you got 30 days, 45 days, and maybe at that point, but you knew about it. But instead of asking and humbling yourself, you allow it to get taken away. You allow it to get repoed, or it's the last day or the last 3 days or the last hour, the 11th hour you call it. And then you say, oh my God, I need help. That's a crisis, because it's preventable. Because if your car note is $350 and you said, hey, my friend, my auntie, my uncle, whoever is in your life that cares about you, I guarantee it, if they have money to squander everywhere else, if you ask them for help prior to being in a crisis, I guarantee they would help you. But you can't ask, let me make sure. You can't ask people for help, right? With certain things, and then you popping bottles on Facebook and you going on excursions and you living your best life. But when it's time to pay your bills, you're in a crisis. Absolutely not. That is not what we're talking about. That is not what you can do. So I'm telling you, do you ask for help when needed? Before or after a crisis? Sometimes I ask for help. Thank you, Doreen, for being honest. Sometimes you ask for help, but that has changed now. You ask for help when you really need help. But when you really need help, the people that love and care about you will definitely help you. What I'm not going to do is hinder you. What I'm not going to do is hinder you. I'm not going to be a crutch any longer, because sometimes the very help that we want is for someone to just do it for us. And we really don't want to change our bad habits or our bad behaviors because we're used to it and we get off on it sometimes, right? I get off on the highs and lows of crisis. And do you really love me? Because if you love me, you'll help me. But yet you give your best and you give all your other stuff to other people. But the very people that you know have your back, you mistreat them. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. I've asked for help with Kelly in the van, but it didn't come, so I waited until the love. Yeah. But you had a very specific desire, and you had to get past this in your head, and then you had to rationalize it and really understand, if you don't get help outside of who you thought should have helped you or could have helped you, you were going to be in what do you call it? A mental health facility, right? With your hands in the white walls, because there's a point where we have to get out of this. And we have to do what we know is right to do. And it may took research, it may took time, it may have took trial and error. But the point is, now you've gotten there. You've made the decision. You've made a healthy choice to do better. Because at the end of the day, if you are not stable and mentally healthy, there's nothing you can do that's going to help your child, that's going to help you at your job, or that's going to help you move forward if you are not stable. If you are not stable. I don't ask for help, but the people I'm connected to always send it with me without asking. There's a connection. You go to God. Ask God to help you. I go to God. And sometimes God will send you an answer, and guess what? You don't do it. You don't listen. So yeah, it's good. It's good to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. Depending on what type of help it is, it's okay to ask for help. It doesn't make you less of a woman. It doesn't make you less of a man. It doesn't make you less of a mother. It doesn't make you less of a sister because you open your mouth and ask for help. That's in your own psyche and your own whatever. That's not wisdom. No, you can't ask for help for every little bitty thing, right? But there are some times where you might need that help. I don't have a problem with asking for help. If I don't think I can do it, I will try, or I'll be like, you know what? That's not my cup of tea. I'm going to try. But if I know it's something that's not me, I will find someone that is able to do it, and I will ask them. And right now in the season of my life, I don't have time to waste my brain energy on something hey, you could do that. Okay. You do that. I exchange. We're good. There you go. Next question. I didn't see the question. Sorry. I don't know who popped up the first time. What does it say? Have you ever worked so much that your family time was neglected? Mm-hmm. We all have. You can put some stuff in there for people too. The religious folks, you've been at church so much, doing so much stuff that you neglected your family. That's work too for some people. Mm-hmm. You ever been so obligated to other stuff and your life is so out of order, but you keep going to church and you keep doing this and you keep doing that, but you keep neglecting the very thing that you brought into this world? Has that ever happened to anybody? Because people fake church stuff too. They fake job stuff too. Because at the end of the day, your job may pay bills, but God has given you the ability to have that job. And one of the things He always wants in your life is for you to have order and structure and to make sure that you take care of your family. Always. We have to take care of ours. You have to take care of yours. And it's important to have some type of balance. And what I will say is it may not ever be 50-50. And sometimes you may have to do more ministry. You heard what I said? Ministry, not church. You have to do more ministry at certain times. And sometimes your family can be part and sometimes your family cannot be a part. But you have to find balance. You have to find balance with your health and your wellness. Health and wellness. So you can't be so super spiritual and I'm in church and I'm on 5 services and I'm in the book club and I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm doing that, and your kid is at home by themselves and you're not spending no time because whatever you're doing is not more important than your child. Or your child should be a part of the ministry too. If you at the church 24/7, then your kid should be there with you too. They shouldn't be at home by themselves anyway. And you can't be super spiritual. You can't be super spiritual on Sunday and then a harlot on Sunday night. That's excellent, April. Excellent. And the thing about it is if you start something with your child and you continue it, it's wonderful. But as your child gets older, they will remember those things that you do. And so it's not bad. Oh, we didn't do this or we didn't do that. But I think it's good to have regular dates or regular family nights, regular date nights, regular things with your child. You establish that and they appreciate those things. They appreciate those things versus a pair of Jordans. They appreciate those things versus you going and spending $100 at Justice or any of the places that you may shop for your girl as she gets older. They appreciate those things. Because that time, you don't get that time back. And we put work in. You put work before too much. Your job cannot dictate your life. You should have a job to where you work, it's good, right? You do the things that you need to do. You take vacations. You take your child on different little things. It has nothing to do with riches and wealth. You can do free activities with your kids. I did a whole lot of free stuff with my kids. There's movies in the park in Warren, Michigan. They have a park there in Farmington Hills, Michigan. You can take your kid on any of these free excursions. You can take them ice skating. It costs $1.25. You can have hot chocolate or hot cocoa night or whatever. There's so many things you can do with your kids that don't cost you anything. The Dollar Tree is our friend. So I think it's absolutely wonderful to have donut dates, cupcake dates, ice cream dates, whatever it is. I think it's absolutely wonderful. Start now so that you're building. And so the other part is that your daughter's learning how she should be treated. If my mama can do this, nobody, or my daddy can do this, then nobody else can come in and ask and expect for her to accept anything less, right? So you're establishing that with her, and I think that's wonderful. Next question. If you're just joining us, sorry, I had to have a beverage break. If you're just joining us, we are talking about The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. We are talking about chapters 5 through 8. Thank you so much for joining. We are on chapter 7, I believe, right now. The question is, what is one thing that you struggle with, and what have you done to change it? What is one thing that you struggle with, and what have you done to change it? I'd like to hear what the people that are on have to say about this question right here, because that is very important. One thing that you struggle with. Let's see. I don't see any comments. Oh, this is question number 8. Okay, that was the text that I got. Sorry, I got a little mixed up. So we're actually on the last question of the night from chapter 8, and it is, what is one thing that you struggle with, and what have you done to change it? One thing that you struggle with, and what have you done to change it? I'll wait. I struggle with weight loss. To change it, I've invested in coaching. Very good. That's a very good strategy. That's from Miss April. I struggle with weight loss. To change it, I invested in coaching. That is excellent. Did you hear it? Did you read it? I'll read it out loud. She said, I struggle with weight loss, and to change it, I invested in coaching. She invested. That word is so important, invested, because investing in that is really investing in yourself. And having a coach is just making sure that you have someone that makes you stay accountable. All millionaires and billionaires have coaches. They have personal, what do you call it? Personal trainers. They have accountants. They have everybody in every capacity of their life that they need to keep in a certain way. They have someone that is helping them and coaching them to maintain it. So excellent. Anybody else? The question is, what is one thing that you struggle with, and what have you done to change it? I struggle with accepting real love. Who wrote that question? Who said that? I can't see who wrote the question when they come from the love page. It says I struggle with accepting. I think they meant accept with ACCEPTING. Accepting love from real love. I don't know what you mean by real love. Like genuine love that people give, like you reject love, like genuine love. So you take fake love and not real love. Someone else, can you help me with that? Real love meaning people that genuinely just love you. You can't accept it. You got to be a jerk about it. You got to what? I don't understand. You run away from it. You can't show real love. So you show fake love. I don't know what that means, but anybody else can jump on and say something. Okay. struggle with this huge trend. Eating for me too. Very good, Doreen. Very good. When you have people that are motivated and like-minded to keep you going, when you start to eat better, you feel better naturally. When you start to eat better, you feel better naturally. And the other thing is, you can really eat what you want to. Ding, ding, ding. Just eat the portion sizes. That's a little nugget. You can really eat what you want to. Your diet has to change by what you intake. What you intake, the quantity of what you intake. That's what'll help. And I recommend 6 to 8 meals a day, not full course meals. Snacks are meals. But when you really want to change, you have to invest in that. And I like that word, investing. When you want to change something in your life, personal, health-wise, business, anything, you have to invest in that. You have to invest in it. You have to invest in it. You're not paying for it. You're investing. You're investing your money in someone to help you have a better you. So you're investing in yourself. That's what it is. You want a coach to help you reach your goals. Coaches are not like teachers. Well, I'm going to tell you how to do this. And then, no, coaches are telling you this is what you need to do to be successful. Now you have the choice. You listen or you don't listen. But when you invest in something, you put more into it. If I'm lying, tell me. But when you invest, you put more into it. When you were getting school scholarships and all of that, you kind of did what you wanted to. But when you had to start paying money, for some of y'all that had to start paying money out of pocket for college expenses, you was like, I'm about to give me a 4.0. I'm not about to mess with my money, right? When it's coming out of your bank account, you do stuff a little bit different. It's the same thing with investing in yourself. You can invest in yourself. We are available to assist you at legacylifechangers.com. You can reach us at legacylifechangers@gmail.com, or you can text or call us at 601-299-9960 for personal coaching services. Again, personal coaching services. You need to invest in you. Whatever that may mean to you, it is not cookie cutter for everybody. It is something that we will specifically design for you to meet your needs, because that is so very, very important. Do we have any more questions? Do we have any more comments for the night? I don't want to keep us over too much. I know that we started a little bit late, so I want to give people a few more minutes to continue. I'm going to do this last announcement. The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. We are talking about this book. We're just concluding our part 2, chapters 5 through 8. Join us next week, Monday at 9 p.m. here. Ladies of Victory, you can find us live on Love and Facebook, and you can also find us live on YouTube. And please head to ladiesofvictory.com and subscribe, so that you can be one of the first ones alerted when we have new things coming up. Please, please, please subscribe. We appreciate all of you guys for joining us live tonight on Love. I thank you. I appreciate you. I hope you got something out of this book chat that'll permeate your heart and get you to and evoke you for that change that you need to make your life better. That's my goal, to make your life better, to make you the best you can be, and only one day at a time. At the end of the day, let everything you do be done in love. Have a great night, everybody. Peace. Love you. Take care.